Morning all. This is a test that I want to show you. I had Moleskin Joe, a good friend of mine, Sandy's, over at my workshop yesterday or the day before, and I wanted to do I wouldn't call maybe a rant, but about edges, heat treat, certain edges. You know, good heat treat, not so good heat treat. There's an extreme test that I want to show you that if heat treat's done properly, you know, this is, you know, I please don't think I recommend doing this or this is what shouldn't be done. But when you're skinning animals, occasionally you'll glance some bone. This is deer and this is camel bone. Very hard bone. I got him to do this the other day. I've resharpened the edge. As you can see, no light bouncing back, no dinks, no rolls. Okay, so as I say, this shouldn't be done, but you know, I've spent many hours trying to perfect my heat treat. You know, I don't do really abusive tests. I don't go, you know, chopping loads of crazy stuff, or because I think it promotes people to wanting to damage their tools. You know, for the heat, for the chipping and the rolling debate, I just wanted to share this with you. This is one of my testers that I have, as you can hear, many when I've made them. You know, it's costly to me, but I'll sneak one out the batch, and I'll subject it to vigorous tests and abuse, basically, because this is what this is. This is abuse. When you were skinning an animal, or if you was doing this, you wouldn't do this into the bone. Really, it's not. You know, you might glance it, you might touch it as you're skinning, but you wouldn't do this. So I'll show you. This is me carving, as you can see, into bone. Now this is camel bone, right? Oh, and as you can see, no light bouncing back, no deformation, certainly no chips, which shouldn't happen with your knives. What you should get is micro rolls or rolling. I mean, I've found ways of doing my heat treat so that, you know, I'm bypassing a lot of this, as you can hear with the paper. If there was a chip there or a roll, so I'm bending around the camera here, you would hear it catch there and it would go, as you can hear. Paper's damp too. There we go. No roll or no chipping, but there isn't even, as you can hear, I hope with my nail, you'd hear it catching. No roll at all. You'd also see it bouncing back off the edge. So with a Scandi grind, with such a delicate grind, if you do glance off bone and stuff like that, you will get what they call micro rolling. Not chipping. It shouldn't chip out. There shouldn't be little chips coming out. That means the blades are too hard and the heat treat's not, it's not done properly, basically. What you should be getting is micro rolls or very small deformations of the edge, which you'd expect if you touched bone, or if you pressed it into bone like I've just done, like that. As you can see, you should get some kind of deformation, some micro rolling. I haven't got any on here, but it's took me a long time to achieve that. If I did that with the Scandinavian grind, because the edge is so delicate, you will get some micro rolling if you've glanced bone, or you've hit an extremely hard knot or something, which should be able to strop out, but there shouldn't be no chipping. So I just wanted to clear this up a little. I know there's been a debate a bit about chipping and rolling and stuff like that. You know, a knife shouldn't roll or chip. Yeah, as you've seen, this doesn't roll or chip. but it's maybe an exception. I mean, most knives, I'd say, especially with a delicate edge, will micro roll, but they shouldn't chip out. There should be no chipping. It should just be micro rolls, which you can then take to a stone or you know, a bit of ceramic. 1, 2, 3, and it's gone basically, and you know, you're sharp again, like, you know what I mean? It's or even where is it? You know, if it's a very micro roll and you just see a little bit of light bouncing back, you know, a little bit on the strop will just gently strop it out. So I thought I'd share that with you. When I done the test with old Moleskine, I was just as surprised myself, if I'm being genuinely honest with you all guys. It's for me to carve into a piece of bone like that and take chunks out and have no rolling is it really impressed me, to be honest, with my heat treat. It really did. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie, but maybe the hours and hours and hours of testing, and maybe my OCD a little, sitting in the garden doing daft tests and edge retention tests and stuff, you know, all them hours I've spent around my oven, it's paid off at the end of the day. You know, you can do an heat treat that's just, you know, by the book, or you can do a lot more experiments with your holding times, your there's a lot to it with the heat treat, to be honest. There's different stuff you can juggle around to make your heat treat a bit more superior than standard off the shelf. You know, stick it in the oven, temper it to this, take it out, and that's that. There's a lot more to it than that to gain the best out of certain steels. Okay, I just thought I'd share that one with you, and hopefully that clears up a few things about whether your knife should, what should happen with edges. But basically, it shouldn't chip out at all. It should, if anything, it should roll. You should get, and I'm talking micro rolls. I did show, I can't find it now, but if you get a piece of wood, basically like this, and you push it onto the corner of something, like that, you can see the deformation, which is, this is extreme, you know, but that's the roll. You know, you shouldn't have a piece of wood flake out. It should just deform and roll. You know, if you have a knife and pieces are chipping out, chunks are chipping out, it's way too hard. The knife's not been heat treated properly, and the knife's too hard for its purpose. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit, and for people that are having a go with their heat treats and stuff, what they should be looking for and what they should be aiming for. Okay, take care. Bye for now, all. Lee.